talking about Philadelphia, we had one of the Big Five rivalry games tonight. St. Joe's goes into Finneran Pavilion and knocks off Villanova 78-65 behind 24 points and 3 assists from Eric Reynolds. They were 14 for 27 from 3. Jerel, you played in the Big East. You know this Villanova program. You've seen it up close and personal. What happened here tonight? I thought that they were back, man. They just went down there and they were up 35 on Memphis like 5 days ago, and you turn around and you lose in your own gym by 15 to your biggest rival. Come on,
man. As you just spoke to, I guess that's kind of the issue when you go from a walk in paradise back to Philly. And it's probably freezing cold. So I'm sure that doesn't help anything. Those trips are always kind of hard to come back from, especially when you go someplace nice. So a little bit of a letdown game, but obviously a rivalry game. And to be honest with you, Villanova they really struggled tonight. But man, we got to give St. Joe's credit. They went into Nova and they took it right to them. They had some guys that played well. Rasheer Fleming had a double-double. Eric Reynolds was fantastic. Lynn Greer put in some big points as well. And they had the one freshman kid coming off of the bench. I think he was like 4 for 5 on 3-pointers for the night, man. So you got to give those guys credit first and foremost. But Nova struggled, and they really struggled, defensively after just watching. I want to say it was against Memphis and even against UNC. Sorry, Tyler, but they just had such great chemistry down there, and they were moving the ball so well. And I think that they just kind of came back to earth a little bit tonight. Ball movement wasn't great. I think they had 17 turnovers on the night. I think that's what they finished with or something like that. And they ended up having like close to more turnovers than assists. So that's always a recipe for disaster. And even they had 2 guys in double figures, and those were the mainstay guys, Justin Moore and Eric Dixon. So they'll figure it out. They got to figure out a way to get Burden and Mamba back into the fold a little bit. Mamba didn't score a field goal tonight. He had 1 point, and that was a free throw. He was 1 for 2 from the free throw line. But man, it's just one of those nights, one of those games, and I'm hopefully we could chalk it up to that, and that's it. That's all they'll kind of wash it off and get back to work and get back on the road again. That's what we're hoping for at least, but we'll see.
Tyler, how worried are you about Villanova?
I'm not worried at all. I just saw them in the Bahamas. They looked like the 96 Bulls. They were unbelievable. And also, they do have a lot of transfers. And so I think the more this team plays together and has practices together, I think they're just going to grow. But also, I'm a big fan of the Dixon kid as well. I think he's a great player. I think he'll figure it out, and he's a go-to guy. But also St. Joe's, they're a quality team. They went to Kentucky and outplayed Kentucky in every aspect of the game. Kentucky just happened to get hot in overtime, and they stole a win from them. But St. Joe's, you're not going to beat many teams when they shoot 50%, 56% from the floor, and then 51% from the three-point line. To me, that kind of sums it up. Villanova just let their guard down defensively. Their rotations were off, and St. Joe's got hot. And once a team gets hot and confident, it's tough to beat them once they're a lot of guys are playing with their confidence and they're hitting shots. So they just got behind the 8 ball on that one. And it is also, I will say this, a lot of teams, after they have great performances, especially in these tournaments, you will see a touch of a letdown. You guys, the practices are, a little bit easier. Guys are feeling themselves. You just destroyed Thanksgiving, and then you get hit with a little bit of reality. So that's all that happened here.
Yeah, I got a hot take for you guys. I'm going to climb up here on my soapbox for a second. I think St. Joe's is one bad performance at home against Texas A&M Commerce away from us being like, hey, this is a top 25 team. If they beat Texas A&M Commerce 60-57 instead of losing 57-54, then I think we're talking about this group as like, you know what? This could be like a make the tournament, win a game kind of a team. They are dangerous. They are talented. Eric Reynolds, Cameron Brown, Xavier Brown, Lynn Greer, they have as good a guards as anybody in college basketball, point blank, period. I don't care what level you're playing at. Anybody that watched them go into Rupp, and they should have won that game, by the way. If Christ is Sandoko, I'm sorry if I messed up your name, man, but if he makes a free throw at the end, then they are up with 6 seconds left, and Kentucky has the ball back.